I'd like to invite Mr Rodney Fox from Geograph Enterprises to address you. Welcome, Rodney.
All right, good morning, everyone. Thanks, Ray. Yeah, I've been invited along here this morning from Sandra and the team at the Department of Commerce to talk about our involvement with the IFSP grant that was offered a couple of years ago. As introduced, my name is Rodney Fox and I'm the Operations Manager for Geograph Enterprises. I'm just going to spend a couple of minutes talking about Geograph and what we do, and then go into the grant and how successful it was and how easy it was to be involved. All right, so Geograph Enterprises, we're a local family-owned business which started in Busselton in 1968, and then moved to Bunbury in 1971. We're currently employing about 140 people throughout Australia, with 80 people here in our Bunbury site. We've got operations in Kewdale, and we have sales branches in Kalgoorlie, Hunter Valley in New South Wales, and also in Townsville. So we're spread right around the world, right around Australia. Our main line of work is servicing earth-moving equipment, spare parts, wear components and that sort of thing. Some of our services that we focus on is machining, both CNC and manual machining, using automated technology where we can. We carry out surface grinding of wear components. We have a large gear cutting facility. We have our own foundry which casts both ferrous, which is your steels, irons and stainless steels, and your non-ferrouses like your bronze and aluminiums. We have our own heat treatment plant which carries out induction hardening of pins, also induction hardening of gear teeth, and also a carburising plant where we heat treat and harden bushes, gears and other components like that. We carry out welding and fabrication. We do fitting and assembly. We have our own painting facilities. We do hard chrome plating and other surface technology improvements, and we also have a design and drafting team. So we're very diverse. All of the majority of those processes are carried out here in our Bunbury facility, all here in the southwest. Like most companies, I would think around here, we're certified to these various standards: the quality, the safety and the environment. We find that very necessary, not only to win jobs, but also to focus what we do within the areas like these grants of the type of equipment that we might want to buy, because if it's not going to improve our quality, our safety or the environment, and obviously make us a dollar, then it's not really the wisest of choices. A little bit about the IFSP, the Industry Facilitation and Support Program. It was just so easy. It was a $25,000 matched fund grant, so we spend 50 and they'll give us 25 back. Sandra Daly from the Department of Commerce come and saw us and said, look, we've got some money to buy things, to train people, whatever you'd sort of like. We sat down, talked about 10 different things that we could use that money for, selected one, filled out the forms, and about a month or so later had approval. Now, we originally went for approval for a unit that was called a 3D scanner for capturing the shape and sizes of components. But over that period from when we had the grant approved until when we were ready to spend the money, our business had sort of changed and our focus had gone away from that bit of equipment. So even though the department probably didn't like it much, we put in a request to make a modification, a couple of emails backwards and forwards, and then before we knew it, we had approval for some other bits of equipment that we purchased. Those two little bits of equipment that we purchased, I'm not sure which one was the first one, the ID welder. So this is a welding machine for being able to repair and build up and refurbish the inside diameter of various components. The reason that we wanted to get one of these, we were spending a lot of money through subcontract to get that work done. We wanted to be able to bring that in-house to improve our quality, reduce our lead time, reduce our costs, and increase the general quality control of the product. Very versatile machine, very well, or very important to us, and it has actually allowed us to retain one of our apprentices when he finishes his time in another I think he's got 6 or 7 weeks to go before he becomes a tradesman. And this piece of equipment, among other things that have happened, will allow us to retain him. So that was a bit of good news for him. The other piece of equipment that we bought was a laser engraver. Now, typically we bought this for the marking of components. You can sort of see down here. So this uses a high intensity laser beam to etch the steel, plastic, wood, anything you want really. It'll burn, if you like, or etch what you want into the piece of steel. As I said, primarily for parking. As part of being a certified company, every bit we make has to be engraved with our part number, job number, logo and things like that for identification purposes. But can also be used for cutting thin steel and even some artwork that our managing director is into a bit of artwork and things like that, so he likes to engrave some fancy little bits and pieces. We're now also looking at other possibilities for that piece of equipment in engraving barcodes onto our steel components, so that for us in the warehouse we can maintain our stock levels by using a barcode system, and also for other companies or customers that may wish to use that technology as well in the future, to be able to keep track of components, because each part can have a serial number, the date it was manufactured and a whole lot of other information embedded into that barcode. We're also looking at some R&D opportunities with some macro etching onto some steel surfaces of some wear plates. Well, not wear plates, but little thrust washers in a component that we make, and we believe that it's going to extend the life of that, and we should have trials in the field very soon. So again, this piece of equipment, although purchased for sort of a fundamental reason of being able to maintain the quality of our parts and the impression, the professional look of our component identification, just leads on to further opportunities that we can use down in the southwest. So they were the 2 bits of equipment. The ID welder was about a $25,000 unit, and the laser engraver was about a $50,000 unit. So we spent $75,000, and the Department of Commerce chipped in $25,000 towards that, which was absolutely fantastic. So just in closing after that, I'd just like to obviously take this opportunity to thank Sandra in particular, but all the team at the Department of Commerce for their help and their assistance in this. And this is a great opportunity. This project that we were involved in is obviously closed, but now we have the Royalty for Regions one. I think any company, as Ray mentioned, it's a great opportunity for almost probably every company that's represented here to see those guys and actually see where they can benefit from this. You know, dollar for dollar matching of this sort of equipment, training and things like that you can get is well worth it. And I certainly know that Geograph, you know, we're just waiting for the next grant that we can get involved in, because it's a great opportunity. All right, thanks very much.